Yo traders, what is going on? It is your favorite trader in the entire world, JB from FFT Trading, and in today's episode, all I want to talk to you guys is how you can set trades. Like, this might be very beginner stuff for a lot of people, but the beginners are who I'm targeting, okay? Because I know there's a lot of people who are getting into trading and all you're doing is pressing that buy and sell button and you don't have any idea how you're going to optimize your trading, okay? So guys, if this is your first time on this channel, like I said, my name is JB. I'm a currency trader. I've been trading for around 4.5 years, and all I do is pump out educational, simple, easy to digest content for traders of all levels, and all I want to do is make all of you guys a long-term successful trader. So if that sounds like something you want to get into, hit that subscribe button. Please check out all my other videos. It'll help me out massively if you guys can leave some comments or drop some likes just telling me how I'm doing. What did you enjoy about the video? Anything else do you want to see? I'll be happy to post it. Okay, so today's episode we're going to look at how to set trades, right? So there's basically three orders that you can set in the market. Okay, the most simplest one that most of you guys should understand, which I probably should have put right at the beginning, is instant execution. Okay, this is simply where you go to the market and you just press buy or sell. Okay, literally no other ways about it, nothing complicated. If you think price is going to go up, hit that buy button. If you think price is going to go down, hit that sell button. Simple as that. But the two orders that not a lot of people are really aware of are stop orders and limit orders. Okay, so what a stop order is basically an order that you set, and when price goes sort of through that level, as you can see right by here, this example, this is when the order will get set. Okay, so let's say for example, right, you are around by here. Oh, I should mention, we have buy stops and sell stops. I should have mentioned here, we've also got buy limits and sell limits, but you don't really need to understand, it'll become very apparent to you what the difference is, but let's just talk about what a stop order is and what a limit order is, just to get you guys on the same page. Okay, just to get you to understand it. All right, so assuming that we're taking a buy stop, we are at this level. Okay, we for some reason expect price to be pinging off, going all the way up here. So what we've done is we've noted where we think price is going to be going. So we mark out this level, and what we do is we go to MT4 or MT5 or whatever platform that you're using, and you will essentially set the buy stop order. So what this means is that your trade will only get triggered if price is traveling, boom, and taps it like this. Okay. If we were doing it to the downside, right, if you want to put a sell stop order, it's going to be something like this. Okay, you look at where price is, we can see on the right, we're looking at gold, it's 2,366, whatever it is, it does not matter what the price is. You put that down, you select sell stop order, and then your trade is only going to get triggered once it comes down like this. Okay, that is essentially what stop orders are. So it's basically setting an order for when price is going to travel to that price and only triggers it like that. Limit orders are kind of similar, okay, but it kind of happens the opposite way. So let's say for example we're taking a buy order, we're expecting price to rise, and we have noted that this is our level that we're simply going to take trades off. Okay, what we do with a limit order is that we will set the order like this, and kind of similar to a stop order, right? If price is coming back to this level, right, and hits it, then it'll trigger. So this is very useful when we say we want to take some retracement trades, and if we're looking at, the opposite side, so if we're selling, so what does a sell limit look like? So let's say for example, I'll just draw a new one. Let's say for example, we see prices looking all like this, and I don't like the look of that at all. Get away. Let me go ahead and, what on earth just happened? Please don't do that again, laptop. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and just make a new one. Apologies for this, people. So guys, if you can tell me what lo-fi beat this is, I will drop you £5 on Discord, I promise you. Anime fans are going crazy right now. All right then. So let's say we are by here, okay? Price is traveling downwards, okay? And for some reason, right, we expect price to come down by here before going off to the downside, okay? You will set your limit order like this. You'll go over to the right, you'll see what price is, okay? And then once you set your sell limit, it's going to come by here and it's going to trigger price instantly, okay? So it's not like a stop order. The difference between a stop order and limit order is something like this. When you put a sell limit, you're waiting for price to come in, boom, tap in by there. If it's a buy limit, you're waiting for price to come, boom, tap in by there. For a stop order, sorry about that. For a stop order, price has to sort of push through that. Okay, so if we were looking at a stop order and you're expecting price to go down, we're looking at a sell stop, you need to set it around by here so that price comes boom like this, if that makes sense. So the limit order is where price will retrace, tap into it, whatever it is, and the stop order is where price is going to push through. Okay, and that's pretty much it. For a buy stop, it's going to look like this, where price is going to come and trigger upwards. If it's a sell stop, okay, price is going to come and trigger like that. If we're looking at a buy limit, price is simply going to come down by here, tap you in, and then shoot off upwards. If it's a sell limit, price is going to come up by here, tap you in, and then shoot off. Okay, so now that we got a good understanding as to what these orders are, let's go ahead and see how we can actually use them in the live market. Okay, let's go ahead and take a little look at gold. Let's just look at this example. Okay, this is literally live trading. This is currently what gold is looking like today on the 26th of June, 24th, my bad. Don't even know my own dates, mate. But yeah, let's have a look. So assuming, right, for whatever reason, okay, you think, oh, do you know what, guys? I'm actually going to go off and give you some good examples, okay? I'm actually going to give you some examples as to where you could actually use this, okay, and how you can potentially use it, okay? Let's just look at this example, okay? We can clearly see that price is trending to the downside. We're going to mark out some key levels, okay? So these are places where price could react sensitively to it, and we could look to take some trades from these levels, okay? What a lot of people will do is that they will see price get into this level, okay, and sell instantly, okay? I know for this example that it pretty much worked, right? If you sold right there, it would have gone down. But the tricky thing about this is that what can potentially happen is, oh, actually, no, this is maybe not the best example because I want to show you examples of where it doesn't, you know, sort of work all the time. Just so how you can, guys, save yourselves from some stop losses, okay? All right, then this is a brilliant example, okay? So let's just restart that. This is our key level. We're expecting price to essentially bounce from this key level to go up by there. So what a lot of traders will do is they'll wait for price to come in by here and they will sell instantly like this, and they will go ahead and boom, do something like that. Okay, let's put our stop loss a little bit smaller, and what'll happen is, boom, it takes them out for their stop loss. We probably would have got taken out because the spread's there, okay? But what you guys can do with stop orders, okay, is something like this, right? Limit orders, I'm not the biggest fan of. I only use them in certain situations, but I will talk about how you can utilize them, okay? So one of the ways that you can actually optimize your trading is this. Let's say you've scouted this opportunity and you think that price is going to rise. Instead of buying instantly, why don't you give yourself a bit of extra confirmation, which does nothing, it does nothing to harm you. Sometimes people look at extra confirmation as a bad thing, and sometimes it genuinely can be, but that's only when they're, you know, the trade is getting too far away for them. They're waiting for confirmation and more confirmation and more confirmation, and before they know it, the trade's already pinged off. Okay, so this doesn't do that. Okay, this is a really good way to get extra confirmation without you know, missing the move, basically. So instead of taking a buy right by here, do something like this. Put your stop order like this, because what's going to happen is if price comes down by here, right, and it doesn't shoot off, you're not losing anything. Okay, so you could see that price was trading down by here, and you're thinking to yourself, oh shit, okay, do you know what? I didn't get my retest. But what you could do in this situation is see something like this, okay? Let's say that price reacts to this small little double bottom area, and you go ahead now and think to yourself, well, I think price is going to bounce from here. Instead of buying by here, what are you going to do? Take that exact same lesson and put the stop order right by there, because you know that stop orders only get triggered once price pushes through them, okay? It's not ever going to get triggered on its own. It has to get, price has to push to that trigger. So something like this is fantastic. Okay, the price, and there we go, boom, it's pinging off, doing whatever. Situation like this is much better than just buying by here and buying by there and just expecting it. Put the odds in your favor, okay? Put the odds in your favor. Now, how can we utilize limit orders? Limit orders are really good, but I do think what they're really good at is being able to get like a really solid, tight entry, okay? But they do run the risk of sometimes losing more often than not. Well, not more often than not, but they can lose quite, it's more likely that they will lose because of the fact that you're going to be getting that really sort of tight execution on the trade without really looking for that confirmation. Because the way limit orders pretty much work, like for example, if we think price is going to go down by here, we could set our limit order right by there, because what happens is sometimes price will push up and then it will smack back down. So it'll trigger you in and then it will just, the idea is that it'll just smash to the downside if this is your trade idea, for example. It's not always going down, but just for this trade idea, that's pretty much how you'll use it. So you'll set your limit order right by there. Let's just put limit order. Okay, but as you can see in this scenario, price is trending upwards. So it's important to use it, in a good way. I wouldn't recommend doing it against a trend like this, but something like that could happen, right? Where price will tap in right by there and you're able to get this really nice entry where you're not really thinking about it. You're just waiting for price to trigger and boom, you get a nice big fat 1 to 5, something like that. Okay, but the issue with this, right, because you could take the exact same scenario, okay, and kind of flip it and say, right, let's forget all this. This is my key level. This is where I think price is going to basically bounce from. Okay, you want to get a nice solid tight entry, but what happens is that price will do this. Okay, let's say your entry is right by there. Okay, price will come in, and as soon as the limit order gets hit, it's triggered. Okay, so the reason why a stop order might be better for you in certain situations is because if you put price in that current level and it does not, you basically set the provision, right, price is going to tap into this key level, okay, and I'm going to set my stop order so that if price comes in and triggers me, then I know I'm in with the momentum. But if it comes in by here and just smashes back down, I'm not going to get taken out for a stop loss. Okay, you could have used the exact same scenario right by here. If you really wanted to, you could have literally, instead of setting a limit order, you could have set a stop order just like this and said to yourself, well, I'm going to follow that exact same process. I'm going to wait for price to come into this key level. I've set my stop order by here, which it gets triggered around by there. Bish, bash, bosh, you take your trades and do whatever it wants to do. Okay. There's another thing that I do quite often, which I do think is pretty good for limit orders. This is where I would honestly say limit orders are pretty good. Okay, let's say for example this was the trade idea that you'd set a nice little stop order. I recommend massively you guys using stop orders in this way. It's a really, really terrific way to trade. But let's say for example that this right by here, where this green candle had rejected, you see this candle right by there, this was your initial trade entry. Okay, so price comes in by here, sets the stop order, but let's say for example for whatever reason you forgot to set the trade, or you actually weren't around, or the alert on TradingView didn't actually trigger. If you see something like this, right, where price has sort of pushed down a little bit, literally boom, right by there, that was the worst arrow I've ever drawn in my life. Do you know what? I'm going to just literally stick to the TradingView arrows. I'm never going to do that again. But yeah, so if you're by here and price travels down, what you could honestly do is say to yourself, well, do you know what? My initial trade idea has panned out, right? So this is the trade I would have been in, literally would have been in. I was just unable to put the trade on for whatever reason. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just set a limit order now, because all I want is for price to tag me in. I've already, had the setup drawn. I've already got the confirmation for the trade. I already had the entry for the trade. I was just not there to take the trade. Or for whatever reason, right, the trade just didn't get triggered. Okay, you can now set a limit order so that when price comes in and just taps you in, you're back in the game. Like you're in that trade now. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's where I think limit orders really have their uses. But at the end of the day, it's all down to your own trading style. Okay, if you have found a lot of success taking those really aggressive trades on limit orders, then use them. If you found out that price will react at these key levels that you've drawn very reliably, then use them. If you like this idea of stop orders, use them. Heck, we haven't even talked about instant execution. If you're the kind of trader, right, where you like to go off momentum candles, okay, for example, something like this, right, and you want to basically enter with instant execution once you see something like that, then go ahead and do it. But the purpose of this video is just to educate you guys. I'm not saying one way is better than the other, but what I found is that when it comes to entries, stop orders for me have been the best because of that, you know, that extra confirmation which doesn't harm my risk to reward. You know, even if you wanted to do something like this where you set a stop order right by there, do you know what I mean? You're still going to be, you know, it kind of taps you in or whatever, but you get what I'm saying? You get that extra bit of confirmation. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, price is going to do what it wants to do. Even if, you know, even if you'd set your trade like this, it could have just smacked down to the downside, or it could have just pinged off in the opposite direction, or it could have just tapped you in and gone to the stop loss. Do you know what? That all that stuff doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's all about your process, your data, and then your execution. But I hope this whole, you know, this video is informative for you guys. I hope it's definitely taught you something, or maybe opened your eyes to a better way of trading. So guys, if that was the case, then please drop a like, drop me a comment, and drop me a subscribe. It helps me out massively. Getting into this algorithm can be a tricky business, but I love posting out these YouTube videos. I love helping you guys out. So if there's anything I could have done better, please let me know. If there's anything else you want to see, please let me know. If you guys want to just chat about your trading, then just let me know. I'm here for you guys 100% of the way. So that's it for me. I'm over and out. Have a great trading day. Enjoy the trading week, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care, fellas.